Hi everyone, welcome to a tutorial on TaleBlazer. We're going to look at a couple of things in this short video that will help you with creating your own game. The thing I want to look at in this video is inventory and how do we add things to our inventory. Inventory would be when we want to pick things up. The first thing you need to do with inventory, in the settings tab, we're going to go over here to configure tabs. By default, inventory is unchecked, and it would look like this. We'd only have the Maps tab. But if we configure our tabs and we add the inventory to it, we can get our inventory to show up when we play the game on our phone. I've already got a few things set up in this world. I've got a player that we are going to call Mr. Grutenborg, Mr. G. And we have to help Mr. G find golf discs. He loves playing disc golf. And we're going to say he had a real bad day or it was a real windy day and the discs are everywhere and he's asking you to help him find things. So I can upload an image and I can go to the folder where I have my images, where I've already got this one preloaded, and there is Mr. G with a golf disc. We need to get a few agents. To collect all these golf discs, we need a golf bag. So this is a disc golf bag. And I actually want to change the color of this, or the symbol of this. I'm going to make it a green plus sign. We'll take a look at the code that I have here in a moment. But I'm going to add the rest of my agents. This is the red disc. We're going to add an orange disc. I've got that one preloaded. We are going to add more agents. I have a pink disc. And I think I have one more. And I am going to get the blue disc. Now remember to every once in a while up here in the top right to save your game, give it a name, save it, and then you can try it on your phone. I'm also going to look at another setting in another video. I can show you right now. In this video, in the settings tab, sometimes you don't always want to go outside to try your game. You just want to try it inside and do testing real quick. By default, this one here, regardless of player position or player location, is unselected. We want to select it. And when we select it and click OK, now you can just have the phone right at your desk and you can click on your agents on your map. But it has to be on your phone, not on here. So we've got these agents, and the way we want this game to work, I'm going to place these agents around. Give myself a little bit of space here. The way we want this game to work, you have to first of all find the disc golf bag before you can do anything. So what we have here, when the player bumps the disc golf bag, we want to say you've found the disc golf bag and we want to pick it up. Before we can really pick it up and add it to our inventory, in our dashboard here on the side, inventory settings, I want inventory settings. It can be picked up. We're also allowed to drop the disc golf bag. So when we bump the disc golf bag, I want to say, you found the disc golf bag, now you can pick up the discs and actually pick it up. So we can pick up any of these things. We want to pick up the disc golf bag so it becomes a part of our inventory. On your phone, if you go to the inventory tab, you will now see when you play the game and you click on it or after you bumped it, that the golf bag is now a part of your inventory. If you, for some reason, decide to drop the disc golf bag, we want to then include it back in the world, and we want to move it. On mine, it's location 84 for the X and 94 for the Y, which if I go up to my map tab, is right currently about where I have it. So that's where I want it to be if I drop it. So wherever I drop it, it's always going to go back to that starting spot. You could move it to the location of where your player was, or you can just kind of have it teleport back to the starting spot. I'm going to go to my agents. I've got the red disk mostly set up in terms of what we want to do. Notice on the disks, I don't want the can be picked up or can be dropped selected. And the only place this matters is in your inventory. You can actually have a drop or a pickup. Or when I bump into it, I could have a button that's going to say pick up. I don't want that button on our disks. I want it to pick up when we bump into it. And let's look at these things a bit separately. So when the player bumps the red disk, I'm putting in an if then else. So this is the conditional statement. So when something happens, so when the disk golf bag is in the inventory, well then I can actually pick up the red disk. And I can say, you found the red disk. Otherwise, if I don't have the disc golf bag, it's going to tell me that I have to find the bag first. So I can't pick anything up until I actually have the bag to put the discs in. If I go to my orange disc or any of the other discs, I don't have any of that code left. It's not there. I don't have any code. What I can do in the red disk, because my code is going to be so similar, I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go to the orange disk, and I'm going to paste it. Now we do need to make a few changes here, because I still want to see if the golf bag is in the inventory. I don't want to pick up the red disk, I want to pick up the orange disk, and as soon as I click on it, it switches to orange. I do need to change my text in each one. And I need to change it. And this one just again says you need to find the bag first. I can go to my pink disk. I can copy or paste my code again. I'm going to change this to me, which is the pink disk. I'm going to change this word red to pink. I'm going to click on OK. I can go to the blue one. I can paste that block again. Change this from red to blue. Change this from red to blue. And there I have my inventory. So if you were to go to your phone now, and I'm going to show you how you can actually get this game, and you can put it on your phone so you can look at the code and use it and learn from it. So I'm going to first of all save this. I would go to my phone, I would try it out, and I could click on any of those discs, but if I don't have the bag, it's going to tell me I need to have the bag first. Once I go to the bag will disappear, it gets added into my inventory, and then as soon as I bump or just tap on one of the discs, they also will get added to my inventory. The last thing I want to show you in this video, if I go to my games, and here's the Golf Disc Finder game. If I go to my game page, right now this game is remixable. And what that means, if you take this code or the code of anybody's game and you go to get your own page and go to games and say, I want to remix this game. So let me actually copy this. I want to remix this game, or I want to look inside. They actually both do the same thing. I paste that code in, and what I do is I'll get a copy of that game. I can remix this, and now if I go to my games, so I have Disc Golf Finder 0. So now I have an exact copy of that. So if you wanted to get a copy of my game for Disc Golf Finder and figure out how the inventory works, take this code, go to the Games tab, and you want to remix it. That's the end of this video. This will help with inventory. Remember, the other thing that I showed you in this video was the Settings tab and how you can change the settings and the bump setting to regardless of player location so that you don't actually have to go outside to test things. I do suggest later on when your game is finished, you reset to default and you actually go and test it to make sure that things are in the exact location that you want them to be. But this is a great way to test from inside the classroom or inside by your desk or wherever you're working. But also feel free at any time if you want to go test it outside to see where it is to actually go and test it. Thanks guys, and there'll be another video coming soon on how to calculate scores and how we use scores and how do we keep track of things with a player tab.